Very good morning to all of you, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing good. So, in the previous session, we started with standard costing, wherein we discussed the concept of material variances. So, when talking about standard costing, it has nothing to do with cost calculation. It's a part of management accounting and it assists management in decision making. When talking about what all we discussed in the previous session is, the first one was material cost variance. That is standard quantity into standard price minus actual quantity into actual price. In short, this is my standard cost and this is my actual cost. There were two parts, wherein first one was material price variance and second one was material usage variance. When talking about material price, standard price minus actual price into actual quantity. And when talking about uses, it is standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard price. Thereafter, we discussed material mix variance and material yield variance. When talking about material mix variance, it is standard mix, standard mix minus actual quantity into standard price. And this is standard quantity minus standard mix into standard price. This is all what we have discussed in the previous session. I hope you guys are thorough with what I have discussed till now. Anyone having any doubts or queries till now? Those who want to copy this part, the summary part, you guys can copy. Those who want to copy this summary can copy. And in the meanwhile, anyone having any doubts or queries, you guys can post your queries. I hope you guys have completed your homework. Good morning, Pooja. Good morning, Himanshu. Good morning, Kuldeep. Very good, Kuldeep. So let's start with few questions from study material. I request you guys to open your study material. I'll be starting with illustration number 3 of the study material, guys. So please open your study material, page number 13.19. Page number 13.19 from the study material, illustration number 3. Good morning, Mustafa. So let's start with illustration number 3, wherein the standard cost of a chemical mixture is as follows, wherein 40% material A at the rate 20 per kg, 60% material B at the rate 30 per kg. The standard loss is 10% of the input. The cost record for the period showed the following usage, wherein 90 kgs of material A at a cost of 18 per kg and 110 kgs of material B at a cost of 34 per kg. The quantity produced was 182 kgs of the good product. You are required to calculate all the material variances. So let's start with illustration number 3. So now when talking about the budget, there are two types of raw material, A and B. If A is 40, B will be 60. Total inputs will be 100. Normal loss will be 10% of the input, and we will be getting an output of 90. When talking about the price, it is 20 and 30 rupees per kg. When talking about the actual data, it is 90 kgs of A and 110 kgs of B. My total input is 200. The quantity manufactured is 182 kgs of good product. So my 18 will be my normal loss. As far as the actual price is concerned, 18 and 34. So we can calculate the total amount. This will be 1620. This will be 3740. So total cost will be 5360. This is the data that is given in the question. So my first question to all of you, one second. So my first question to all of you, are these two figures comparable? Yes or no? Are these two figures comparable? Yes or no? Himanshu, very good. Good morning, Meenu. Very good. Very good, everyone. So the output is not same, so we have to make them comparable. So the second part is what? We have to prepare revised standard. So what will be the quantity for A? Can you guys please tell me what will be the quantity of A? We have to prepare revised standard, Himanshu. Very good, everyone. So as I discussed, 40 inputs for 90 outputs. So for 182 outputs, how much? 40 inputs for 90 output. So for 182 output, how much? Similarly for B, 60 inputs for 90 output. So for 182 output, how much? So this will be 80.88. It will be 121.33 into 20 and into 30. This will be 3640. So this is my master chart and this is ready now. This is my master chart and it is ready now. Very good, everyone. So now my master chart is ready. So let's start with the calculation of variances. Now see, this master chart is the key. Once you are done with your master chart, you can easily calculate the variances. So let's start with material cost variance. This cost minus this cost. So we can write the formula. We have to write the formula also. Now, many students mentioned that we have to mention the formula or not. So the point is now, once you are thorough with the concepts, you can easily frame the formulas. So very simple, standard quantity into standard price minus actual quantity into actual price. So once you are thorough with the concepts, you can easily frame formulas. So 5257.6 minus 5360. So this will be 102.4 adverse. Next is material price variance. When talking about price variance, क्या price होना चाहिए था 20, क्या price हुआ 18 into my actual quantity. So let's write the formula also. So for A and B, 20 should be my price. My actual price was 18 into 90. So it is 180 favorable. 30 was supposed to be my price, but actually I paid 34 into 110. So this will be 440 adverse. So this will be net 260 adverse. Next is material usage variance. When talking about material usage, how much quantity we were supposed to use minus the quantity actually used into this price. So the quantity we were supposed to use minus the quantity we actually used into the standard price. Now, why I'm taking standard price here, why I'm taking actual quantity, I have discussed this part in detail. So this is 260 adverse and 157.6 favorable. We will get 102.4 adverse. Yeah, there is a bit of confusion due to rounding of differences. Very good, Mr. Muthe, Sampath. Very good, Kuldeep. Again, Hina Kumhar, a request from my side, just do follow the pattern what I'm discussing in study material. There are different types of solution given for every question. So the point is, this procedure you have to follow uniformly for all the question. So whenever you find a question on material variance, this is the standard way and the easiest way to solve the question. In study material, there are different types of solution given for every question. So sometimes it get bit confusing for you guys. So the easiest way is write down budget, write down actual, just compare the output. If the output is not same, prepare revised standard. And once revised standard is ready, the master chart is ready, you can easily solve the question. So this is the best way to solve the question, Hina. So now let's proceed further. Material mix variance and material yield variance. So when talking about material mix variance, it should be standard mix minus actual quantity into standard price. What should be the mix? Mix क्या होना चाहिए था? क्या mix हुआ into standard price? So my actual inputs were 200. My actual inputs were 200. This should be in the ratio of 40:60. That is 80:120. However, my actual mix for 200 was 90:110. Into my standard price is 20 and 30. So this will be 200 adverse and this will be 300 favorable. So net it will be 100 favorable. Similarly, when talking about yield variance, to manufacture this 182 units of output, how much input was required? 202.22. But we completed the work in 200 kgs only. So we saved 2.22 kgs into the weighted average price, that is 5257.6, divided by 202.22. So this will be 57.6 favorable. Yes, it is 80.89 and 121.33. Which part you are talking about? It's the rounding of difference, my dear. I'm not getting Minu. What are you saying? So 80 minus 90 into 20, 200 adverse. Pooja. When talking about mix, my actual input is 200. This 200 should be in the ratio of 40 is to 60. See, here in the total is 202.22, not 200. So 200, the actual quantity should be in the ratio of 40 is to 60. But for this actual quantity, the ratio is 90 is to 110. I hope this part is clear, Miss Rabari. We have to check the actual. No worries. Yes, Kuldeep. Again, I'm saying stop referring the solution of study material as of now. Just refer the solution, what I'm teaching you guys. I hope you are finding this part easy, Kuldeep. That's what I'm saying to everyone, Harsh. Just refer this way. You'll find all the solution. I think, yes, he must have taken some commission, Gunjan. 40 is to 60 is the ratio. Hina, 40 is to 60 is what? My ratio. The 200 actual, see, ekdam simple hai Hina. Very simple that we have made an actual input of 200 kgs. Now this 200 kgs, see, Hina, your mom advised you to prepare 10 cups of tea with 40% water and 60% milk. Now you have to prepare 200 cups. So you will be using 40 or 60 or 80 is to 120. Just it's the simple concept wherein the mix that was provided was 40 is to 60. So whenever I'm talking about the actual input ka ratio kya hona chahiye tha 40 is to 60. But they changed the mix from 90 is to 110. Hina, I hope your query is resolved. Good morning, Ashlesha. This is the mix that is given 40 is to 60. So if the actual inputs are 2000, it should be 400 and 800. Sorry, if the actual inputs are 2000, then it should be 800 and 1200. Because we have to compare it with actual quantity. This is how I got 121.33 standard quantity. This is the mix and it is the quantity required, Arun. So 80.89 and 121.3. So the total is correct, Ashlesha. Please recheck. I request you guys to copy the solution. That's what I'm saying, Linga, to all of them. This is the easiest way to solve the question. Just once the master chart is ready, you can solve any question. Why will I teach you a wrong method, Hina? You can use this method in exams. You're finding it easy and you're comfortable with this approach, Hina? Yes, Hina? My dear, when talking about mixed variance, it is 80 and 120. See, 200 is my actual input. It should be in the ratio of 40 to 60. So it should be 80 and 120, my dear. When talking about mixed variance, there is a difference between standard mix and standard quantity, Arun. Arun, a question from my side. Have you revised what I have discussed in the previous class, Arun? Did you prepare your notes? I told you guys that after the session gets over, try to solve this question 2 times. Don't worry, Hina. Arun, a question from my side. Have you revised what I have discussed in the previous class? Okay, so what do you want to say? I'm not getting. Can you please unmute yourself? Yes, Arun. Yes, Arun. Do you have mic? Okay. So see, Arun, there is a difference between the standard quantity, what we are using to calculate the cost variance, and the standard mix to calculate material mix variance. Standard quantity says how much quantity we were supposed to use and how much quantity we actually used. So this is how we calculate the cost or usage variance. When talking about the mix variance, it talks about what should be the mix of actual quantity. See, standard quantity is calculated from output and standard mix is calculated from inputs. Over a period of time, you will understand, Arun. Still, if you're finding anything difficult, then just try to just do revise the previous session. You will be thorough with the concepts. Yes, Minu. So now, very important, the thumb rule. When you find a question on material variance, first check the output. First, check the output. If output is not same, if output is same, straight away proceed with the calculation of variances. But if the output is not same, I repeat again, if the output is same, then straight away proceed with the calculation of variances. But if output is not same, we have to prepare revised standard and then only we can calculate the variances. So let's start with a question, a classwork from my side. One more point, I repeat again the points what I have discussed. First, if output is same, straight away start with the solution. If output is not same, then prepare revised standard. Now, let's start with the question. So this is the question given. You guys have to calculate the material cost variance. No, Minu, this approach is incorrect. I was expecting this question from someone, Pooja. So you just try to figure out if it is not given, then what? Incorrect answer, Jaya. There is no normal loss given in the question, Ashlesha. Yes, but do check the calculation, Hina. Very good, Linga. The answer is correct. You can proceed with the calculation of mix variance. Do calculate the other variances also. So you can start with the calculation of price, usage, mix, and yield. Very Harsh Mishra, it is incorrect. Diya Jain, it is incorrect. Very good, Shambli Sharma. Good morning. So start with the calculation of all the other variances. Miss Pooja Byalal, good morning. The answer is incorrect. Nitya M, the answer is incorrect. The answer is incorrect, Namrata. Vedant Tiwari, the answer is incorrect. Rabari, is this the material cost variance? Himanshu Kumar, it is incorrect. Gunjan Devi, it is incorrect. Miss Meenu, it is incorrect. Jaya Manuchan, it is incorrect. Pooja, it is incorrect. So Rohan, it is incorrect. Chandan Sahu, very good, Chandan. So you can, but it is adverse or favorable. If you are done with this part, start solving the other variances. So Mr. Mustafa, it is incorrect. Arun, it is incorrect. Hina, very good, Hina. It is correct. So you can start with the calculation of other variances. Kuldeep, it is incorrect. Let me check, Linga. Those whose answers are correct can start. So very good, Shamli. Nitya, it is again incorrect. Keep on trying. Namrata, again it is incorrect. Do try again. Ashlesha, incorrect. Rabari, what is the material cost variance? Diya Jain, it is incorrect. Meenu, it is incorrect. Arun, so now Arun got the answer. Very good, Arun. You can start with the other variances. Very good. Rest all keep on trying. It is incorrect, Mustafa, again. Chandan Sahu, very good. You can start with the other variances now. I've got answer from few students. Very good, everyone. Rest, those whose answers were incorrect, keep on trying. Rohan Bachawat, again it is incorrect. For the students whose answers are incorrect. Okay, so now I've got answer again. Good Vedant Tiwari. Now you are able to solve the question. Very good. So you can start with the other variances. Kuldeep, it is incorrect. So now let's start with the solution. Guys, do pay attention. Stop the solution. My first question for all of you. In this question, output is given or not? In this question, output is given or not? To the students who have answered incorrect, my first question to all of you, the output is given or not? Not given. Very good, everyone. Since the output is not given in the question, it means the output is same. अगर क्वेश्चन में आउटपुट के रिलेटेड कोई डेटा ही गिवन नहीं है, so the output is assumed to be same. So many students try to calculate revised standard by using this input. So this is my input, not the output. And since output is not given in the question, this is what my input. And since output is not given in the question, so we will assume that it is same. So is there any requirement to prepare revised standard? Are we required to prepare revised standard? In fact, this question is much more easier than the questions what I have discussed till now. So are we required to prepare revised standard? No. So now we can straight away start with the solution. So let's calculate the total amount. This will be 12,000. This will be 36,000. This will be 48,000. This will be 24,000. This will be 27,000. It will be 51,000. So since the output is not given, so we will assume that the output is same. So this is my master chart. No need to prepare revised standard. So let's start with material cost variance straight away. Standard cost is 48,000. Actual cost is 51,000. So this will be 3,000 adverse. Next is material price variance. So what should be my price? Then what is my actual price? 12 into my actual quantity. So 10 minus 12 into 2,000. So this will be 4,000 adverse. 20 minus 18 into 1,500. This will be 3,000. So this will be 1,000 adverse. Next is material usage variance. How much quantity we were supposed to use minus the quantity actually used into the standard price. So 1,200 we were supposed to use. The quantity we actually used is 2,000 into my standard price is 10. So this will be 8,000 adverse. So 1,000 adverse and 2,000 adverse will be 3,000 adverse. Anyone having any doubts till now? I hope you guys are thorough with this part. Usage variance is 2000, my dear. Arey yaar, it is by default input only, Mustafa. See, 1200 plus 800 is the total inputs what I have made. So it's by default input only, yaar. That's okay, Nitya. Very good. Don't worry, I'll give you one more opportunity. You have to figure out the point and the twist, Mustafa. I hope this part is clear to all. What will be the material mix variance? I want your answers now. Very good, everyone. Very good, Meenu. So Hina has calculated the mix variance. So let me check, Hina. What will be the material mix variance? Yes, waiting for your answers on material mix variance now. It is incorrect, Vedant. Very good, Shamli. The answer is correct for mix variance. It is incorrect, Pooja. Gunjan, very good. It is correct. I want answers from everyone. It is incorrect, Linga. What will be the material mix variance? Stick to the concepts what I have taught you. Very good, Rabari. Your answer is correct. So I've got answers from few students. It is incorrect. Mustafa, please recheck your calculation. Jaya, it is incorrect. Arun, very good. It is correct. But do mention it is favorable or adverse. Meenu, very good. It is correct. It is incorrect, Ashlesha. I'm surprised still many are not thorough with the concepts and many have not revised what I have discussed in the previous class. Zero is not the answer. Those who are posting zero is not the answer. Very good, Meenu. It is correct. Both the variances are correct. Diya Jain, now I'm getting correct answers from many students. Very good, everyone. Very good, Vedant. Now it is correct. Very good, Himanshu. Now it is correct. Very good. Now I'm getting correct answers from many students. Very good, everyone. Very good, Hina. Both the answers are correct. Rohan, it is incorrect. Arun, it is correct. So see now. So when talking about material mix variance, my actual input is how much? 3,500. It should be in the ratio of 12 is to 18. So this 3,500 should be in the ratio of 12 is to 18. 12 is to 18. So this will be 1,400 and this will be 2,100. So A and B, it will be 1,400 and B will be 2,100. Minus the actual mix for 3,500 is 2,000 and 1,500 into my standard price, that is 10 and 20. So this will be 6,000 adverse and this will be 12,000 favorable. So net it will be 6,000 favorable. When talking about yield, we can say mix plus yield is usage. Alternatively, how much quantity we should have used to manufacture my output? 3,000 kgs. But we actually consumed 3,500 kgs. How many kgs extra? 500 kgs. Into the weighted average rate, that is 48,000 divided by 3,000. So this will be 8,000 adverse. You can use SQAP, that's okay. Very good, everyone. Very good, everyone. Now I think many are better with the concepts. Very good, Ribari. Mix variance, please recheck the calculation, Linga. It will not be incorrect, Meenu. You can try it. You will get the answer. Don't worry. Now it is correct. Very good, Meenu. Meenu, as you mentioned that if I calculate per product also in yield, you will get the same total answer. Anyways, those who want to copy this part can please copy. No worries, that's okay. Have you revised what I have discussed in the previous class, Mustafa? Yes, Mustafa, have you revised what I have discussed in the previous class? One more question for you guys. Again, do read the question and then start with the solution. So, waiting for your opinion on this question. This is the data given wherein following is the budgeted data given to manufacture 10 units of a product APX, wherein the quantity that we were supposed to use is A 200, B 300, C 500, and the price is 5, 3, and 2. During the month of April, 500 units were manufactured of product APX, and following is the material used. So, this is the data given. You are required to calculate the material cost variance. No worries, Mustafa. That's okay. That I don't know. This is my query and everyone has to address my query. Just post your final answer, Mustafa. So, what do you think, Shamli? It is correct or incorrect? Yes, Shamli. Confident on your answer? So, very good, Jaya. It is correct. Harsh Mishra, it is correct. Very good. Chandan Shahu, it is incorrect. Very good, it is correct. So it is correct, Shamli. Very good. So Shamli was the first one to post the answer. Very good, Shamli. Very good, Adil. Very good, Rohan. But you have not mentioned that it is favorable or adverse. Very good, Pooja. It is incorrect, Meenu. Very good, Nitya. Very good, Namrata. Very good, Rabari. Yes, Kuldeep, waiting for your answer. Chandan Sahu, it is incorrect. Arun, very good, it is correct. Gunjan, it is correct. Rohan, very good, it is correct. Hina, waiting for your answer. Vedant, it is incorrect. Anyone else ready with the answer? There are many students who have not posted the answer. Yes, Priya, Tanu, Chetra, Mustafa, waiting for your answer. Harsh Mishra, very good. Let me check. It is incorrect, Meenu. So what do you think, Mr. Linga? It is correct or incorrect? Yes. Yes, the answer is weird and incorrect, Hina. Keep on trying. Himanshu Kumar, the cost variance is incorrect. Okay, so you are attending the session for the first time. Tanu, Mr. Linga, what do you think? Your answer is correct or incorrect? Pooja Byalal, it is incorrect. Yes, Mr. Linga. Diya Jain, it is incorrect. Linga, it is incorrect. Please recheck and recalculate the answer. It is incorrect. So, Mr. Chandana Sahu, it is incorrect. Chandana, very good, Namrata. That's okay, Tanu. You can check the recorded sessions and you can prepare material variance, because in the coming two sessions, I'll be putting a variety of question in front of you. Jaya Manochan, very good, Jaya. Priya Sharma, very good. It is correct. So, guys, to the students who are not being able to solve the question, very good, Shamli. Pooja Byalal, again, it is incorrect. Keep on trying. Pooja, Miss Pooja, it is correct. Pooja Byalal, please check your answer. Okay, I'm waiting. Don't worry, Meenu. But last 2 minutes only. It's usage, not quantity, Harsh. That's okay. Still, I mean, very good, Harsh. Yes, Linga, waiting for the correct answer. Very good, Arun. Now you have got the correct answer. Very good, Arun. Himanshu, again it is incorrect. That's okay. Keep on trying. Last 2 minutes now. Harivansh Kumar, it is incorrect. I'm surprised why you guys are not getting the answer. It's a straight question. Very good, Nitya. So let's start with the solution now. Linga, still it is incorrect. That's okay. But you are close to the answer. What do you think, Minu? It's correct or incorrect? Yes, Minu? It's not correct. It is incorrect. So let's start with the solution. The budget is given for 10 units of output. The budgeted output is how much? 10 units. And there are three types of material what we are using. 200, 300 and 500. And the price is 5, 3 and 2. The total input is 1000. So this is the budgeted data given. Actual output is how much? 500 units. Now see, herein budgeted data is given for 10 units of output. So my total inputs are 1000, and from these 1000 kgs of raw material, we are getting 10 units as output. It doesn't mean that 990 is the normal loss. See, there are many industries wherein we are making thousands of input. Let's say an automobile industry, wherein if we are a manufacturer of car, then thousands of input are required to manufacture 1 unit of car. So herein many students assume that 990 is the normal loss. So normal loss is not applicable in all the questions. So there are many industries where there are n number of inputs, but we are getting output as only 1 unit. So herein with all these inputs, we are getting 10 units as output. And when talking about the actual output, my actual output is 500 units, and the actual data is also given. 12,000, 13,000 and 30,000. And the price is 6, 1 and 4. And total it was 72,000, this was 13,000, this was 1,20,000. So this is 2,05,000. So the budgeted data is given for 10 units of output, and my actual output is how much? 500 units. So are we required to prepare revised standard? Yes, we are required to prepare revised standard. We have to convert this 10 units data into 500 units data. So what will be my standard quantity? For the students who answered incorrect, yes, Meenu, Linga, Chandana, what will be the standard quantity for A? Pooja, Byalal, what will be the standard quantity for A? So, guys, it is incorrect. Very important. See, Pooja, when talking about the standard quantity, we check the output. That this data is given for 10 units of output, and we have to convert it into 500 units of output. So this quantity is incorrect, Pooja. So 200 is for how many units of output? 10 units of output. 200. See, again, in material, the basis of comparison is what? Output. Just check the output. Don't check the input. Just check the output. This data is given for how many units of output? 10 units of output. My actual output is how much? 500. So my standard quantity will be 10,000. Similarly, this will be 15,000 and this will be 25,000 into 5, 3 and 2. So this will be 50,000. This will be 45,000 and this will be 50,000. Anyone having any doubts? Very good, Pooja. Very good, Meenu. So what went wrong, Meenu? What went wrong, Pooja, Byalal? Linga, please recheck. Those who still have any doubts or queries can speak to me, can raise their hand and can speak to me if they have mic. I just want everyone to be thorough with the concepts. That's okay. See, the purpose of putting up questions in front of you is to check out that whether you are thorough with the concepts or not. And see, guys, when you solve the question and you guys, solve it incorrectly, then at least when I'm correcting your mistake, you will remember this part forever. So अगर आप गलती करते हैं और अगर आपका गलत आंसर आ रहा है, and if I am correcting your answer, you will remember that, okay, this is what sir taught, that not to compare the input, we have to compare the output. So that's the reason that I am discussing these and putting up these questions in front of you. Meenu Kumari, what is the basis of comparison? Do you have mic, Meenu? Okay, no worries. See, Meenu, what is the basis of comparison in material variance? I've discussed this part in the previous class. What's the basis of comparison? Output or input?
The basis of comparison for material variance
1 second.
is the standard cost against the actual cost.
So as you said, it is output. So what's the standard? What's the budgeted output? What's the budgeted output, Meenu? Yes. And what's the actual output? Actual output is 1000 or 500 units. What is the actual? Very good. So budgeted output is 10 units. Actual output is 500 units. So are these two figures comparable, Meenu? No. So can we make it comparable? Yes. So how come? Very simple. 200 kgs are used to manufacture 10 units of output. So for 500 units of output, how much quantity will be required? 10,000 kg. Perfect. Or still you have doubts, Meenu? Okay. Very good, Tanu. Mustafa, I hope you are thorough with the concepts. Mustafa. So now the master chart is ready. Anyone having any doubts with the revised standard part? Yes? Anyone? Very good, Meenu. Mustafa, are you there? Do you have any doubts now? So once this master chart is ready, we can solve any question. I hope now this part is clear to all. So the first thing what you have to check is the output. If the output is same, straight away start the solution. If the output is not same, make it comparable. We have to prepare revised standard for how many units of output? 500 units. सीधी और आसान भाषा में 500 यूनिट्स बनाने के लिए कितना खर्च होना चाहिए था? This much. And how much we have spent? This much. So what will be my material cost variance? I hope you guys can calculate all the variances now. That's okay. I hope this part is clear to all now. Can you guys calculate these variances on your own now? When talking about mix, 55,000 should be in the ratio of 2:3:5. That is 11,000. But the actual ratio was 12,000. When talking about yield variance, these 500 units should be manufactured by 50,000 kgs, but we actually consume 55,000 kgs into the weighted average rate, that is 1,45,000 divided by 50,000. This is my material yield variance. When talking about price variance, it is 5 minus 6 into 12,000. 3 minus 1 into 13,000 and 2 minus 4 into 30,000. When talking about usage also, it is 10,000 minus 12,000 into 5, 15,000 minus 13,000 into 3, 25 minus 30 into 2. So this is the way you guys have to calculate all the variances. If you guys have any doubts or queries, you guys can post your queries now. It is 14,500. Very good, Gunjan. Very good, Nitya. Very good, Adil. See, the chart itself says price usage will be cost and mix and yield will be usage. Material mix plus yield will be usage. Usage plus price will be cost. Very good, Rohan. Very good. So if the output is not given, assume output is same. If the output is given and it is different, then we have to prepare revised standard. But if the output is same, straight away we can start with the solution. Very good, Rabari. Giving you 2 minutes time to copy the question. So anyone having any doubts in material variances, you guys can post your queries. Waiting for your queries. Very good, everyone. A is adverse and F is favorable. If the actual cost is more, it is adverse. And if the actual cost is less, then it is favorable. So just for the summary, in material variance, the basis of comparison is what? My output. If output is not given in question, assume output is same and start calculating the variances. If output is same, if output is not given, assume output is same and start calculating the variance. If output is same, then again, if output is same, again, start calculating the variance. If output is different, then calculate revised standard and then calculate the variance. So I have simplified everything now. I'm not getting what you're asking, Hina. It will make no difference, Kuldeep. I hope it is correct now, Hina. Very good, Linga. Very good, Diya Jain. So anyone having any doubts? So no queries from your end. So should I assume that I'll be getting correct answer in the next question? So if everyone is thorough with the concepts, then I think everybody's answer will be correct. So should I assume that your answers will be correct in the coming question? Yes, students. Because no one is posting any query. So very good, Gunjan. Appreciate your confidence. Very good, Linga. Very good, Rabari. Very good, everyone. So let's see. So fine.
let's take a break of 15 minutes. Thereafter, today we'll be starting with labor variance, and I'll give you time to prepare. And in the coming session, I'll be putting up variety of questions in front of you relating to material variance and few related to labor variance also. So let's take a break of 15 minutes. I'll be back after 15 minutes. Actually, I have to finish the labor variance also today. It's just like material variance. So we'll not be giving a question in the break. But if time permits, then I'll be discussing one question in the last part of the session. So let's take a break. Edwin sir, are you there? Welcome back, my friends. So, good Minu and Tanu, you can write a mail to cma-inter@icai.in. Mustafa, I'll be addressing your query on Sunday mostly. So, Tanu, you also, if you have any doubts relating to any chapter, you can just write a mail cma-inter@icai.in. If it is related to my chapter, I'll be addressing your query. Else, if it is any other faculty also, just mention his name and he will be addressing your query. Don't worry, Tanu. So now, without wasting time, we are done with material variances now. So let's start with the second part, wherein we have to investigate labor variances. So let's start, guys. So, guys, let's start with labor variances now. I'll be putting up variety of questions in front of you in the coming session relating to material and labor variances. So let's start with labor. Now, just like material, in labor also the basis of comparison is what? Output. Just like in material, in labor also the basis of comparison is what? Output. Now, let's take a question. The budgeted data is given for every unit of output. For 1 unit of output, total 3 types of labor is required: skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled. When talking about the hours, 2, 3, and 5. When talking about the rate, it is 5, 3, and 2. So this is the budgeted data given for every unit of output. Here in the output is what? 1. 1 unit required total 10 hours. When talking about hours, it is skilled labor requires 2 hours, semi-skilled 3 hours, and unskilled labor 5 hours. When talking about the actual data, the actual output is, let's say, 5,000 units. The actual data is given for 5,000 units. 1 second. wherein the actual data is given for 5,000 units, wherein when talking about skill, total 9,000 skill labor, 9,000 hours the skill labor work, semi-skilled work for 17,000 hours, and unskilled labor work for 30,000 hours. So in aggregate, they work for 56,000 hours to manufacture 5,000 units of my final product. When talking about the actual rate, they were paid at the rate 7. Semi-skilled were paid at the rate 2.75. And let's say unskilled paid at the rate 1.5. So this is 45,000. This is 63,000. And this will be 46,750. So this is the budgeted and the actual data given in the question. I repeat again, the budgeted data is given, the actual data is given. Now a question from my side to all of you, since the basis of comparison is what? Output. Since the basis of comparison is output, a question from my side, are these two figures comparable? Yes or no? Very good, everyone. And do answer why they are not comparable. Very good, everyone. Very good. So as everyone mentioned that, sir, these two figures are not comparable because what? Budgeted data is given for how many units of output? 1 unit. And actual data is given for how many units of output? 5,000 units of output. So we have to prepare what? Revised standard. We have to prepare revised standard. So can you guys tell me how much hours we were supposed to work of skilled labor to manufacture 5,000 units? How many hours we were supposed to use? We actually use 9,000 hours. But how many hours we were supposed to use? Budgeted units is one. Budgeted unit is 1. Arun, please check the number of zeros. Very good, Adil. Very good, Pooja. Very good, Arun. Very good, everyone. Tanu, please check the number of zeros. Let me check everybody's answer. Actually, there is an update in the software. That's why I have to open each and every student page separately. So very good, Rabari. Diya Jain, please recheck your answer. So 1 unit require 2 hours. So 5,000 units require how many hours? 10,000 hours. So these 5,000 units require 10 hours. See, 1 unit, 2 hours. So 5,000 units, how many hours? 10,000 hours. Again, 2 hours are required for 1 unit. So for 5,000 units, how many hours? 10,000. Similarly, for semi-skilled, 1 unit, 3 hours. So for 5,000 units, how many hours? 15,000 hours. Similarly, for unskilled, 1 unit, 5 hours. So for 5,000 units, how many hours? 25,000 hours. The total will be what? 50,000 hours. The rate is 5, 3, and 2. So 50,000, 45,000, and 50,000. 1,45,000. So this concept is just similar to the material variance what we have discussed. So anyone having any doubts till now, you guys can post your queries. Priya, I think you have posted one less zero. Anyways, I hope this part is clear to all. Very good, Adil. Very good, Mustafa. Admin sir, are you there? Admin sir? Manish sir? मनीष सर आर यू देयर? मनीष सर मुझे ना ये आई थिंक जूम में अपडेट आया क्या है, मुझे हर एक के पेज पे सेपरेटली जाना पड़ रहा है कुछ क्लासेस से. हाँ, आई हैव टू ओपन ईच एंड एवरी स्टूडेंट्स का वो लॉग और उसके अंदर जाके जाना पड़ता है. कांट आई सी टुगेदर, मुझे वो बार बार ना ओपन करने में. यस यस प्लीज, बिकॉज वो बहुत मेरे को लगा शायद जूम का अपडेट है इस वजह से आप भी कुछ नहीं कर सकते ना. मुझे हर स्टूडेंट के पेज पे जाना पड़ता है. इट्स लाइक नहीं 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 नहीं, आई थॉट इट्स अ जूम अपडेट, दैट्स व्हाई. हाँ वो एकदम मतलब बहुत बहुत प्रॉब्लमेटिक है. तो अभी मैं कैसे इसको मतलब करूंगा? तो शुड आई गो इन एवरीवन और इन एनीबॉडीज पर्टिकुलर पेज और व्हाटएवर इट इज? ओके नो प्रॉब्लम, बिकॉज मुझे लगा जूम के अपडेट की वजह से ये हो रहा है प्रॉब्लम. नो वरीज, थैंक यू सर. So now till now everything is same what we have discussed in material, right? That is the just like material in labor also the basis of comparison as output. We will check the output of budgeted data and actual data. If it is not same, then we will prepare revised standard. So till now everything is same what we have discussed in material. Now and onwards also everything is same what we have discussed in material. So let's start with labor variances now. Just follow the concepts what I have discussed in material variance. So instead of material, it will be labor cost variance. Instead of material, it will be labor cost variance. What we used to do in material, this should be my cost and this is my actual cost. So the difference is what? Material cost variance. So herein also, how much is my standard cost? 1,45,000. How much is my actual cost? 154,750. So this will be 9,750 adverse. No change, guys. That is standard quantity into standard price minus actual quantity into actual price. So here in labor also, standard hours into standard rate minus actual hours into actual rate. So skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled. So standard hours into standard rate minus actual hours into actual rate. Similarly, standard hours into standard rate minus actual hours into actual rate. Just following the same principle what we have discussed till now in material. So this part is done now. So we are done with cost variance. Now herein, we used to calculate material price variance. Herein, we used to calculate material price variance. So in labor, instead of price, see here it was material price variance. That is, we used to compare the price. So instead of price, in labor, it will be labor rate variance. So instead of price, it will be labor rate variance. That is, we will be comparing the rate. So skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled. So it is 5 minus 7 into 9,000. 3 minus 2.75 into 17,000. And 2 minus 1.5 into 30,000. So this will be 18,000 adverse. This will be 15,000 favorable. This will be 4,250 favorable. Net it will be 1,250 favorable. So the concept of material price variance and labor rate variance is same. Very good, Adil. So now we are done with labor rate variance. It's just similar to material price variance what we have discussed. Now herein what we used to do, we used to calculate material usage variance. That is kitna quantity use hona chahiye tha, kitna quantity use hua. So herein instead of usage, it is hours. Hours is what? Time. So instead of usage, we will be calculating labor time variance. Labor time, or we can call it as efficiency variance. Labor time or efficiency variance. Now let's start. How much quantity we were supposed to use? minus the quantity we actually used into the standard price. So herein also the same approach. The time we were supposed to work 10,000 hours. We work for how many hours? 9,000 hours. Into the rate is 5. So this is 5,000 favorable. Similarly, 15,000 hours we were supposed to work. We work for 17,000 hours. Into the rate is 3. So it is 6,000 adverse. Similarly, here also it is 25,000 hours we were supposed to work. We work for 30,000 hours. Into the rate is 2. So this will be 10,000 adverse. So net it will be 11,000 adverse. Anyone having any doubts or queries? Very good, everyone. Adil, Divya, very good, guys. So the concepts are just same what we have discussed in 2 sessions, that is material variances and all. Now let's move towards the next part. So herein it was material mix variance. So here it will be labor mix variance. Instead of material, it will be labor mix variance. So guys, message me privately. What will be the standard mix? Can you guys tell me? Don't post it on everyone. Let everyone try and post the correct answer. So what will be the ideal mix? Can you guys tell me? Of what? The ratio is correct, but of what? What will be the total hours for this mix? Please recheck, Arun. What is the standard mix? Can you tell me? Very good, Divya. Mustafa, please recheck. Very good, Jaya. Your answer is correct. Very good, Pooja. Let me check, Namrata. Very good, Pooja. Your answers are correct. What should be the standard mix? Shamli Sharma. Very good, Shamli. Your answer is correct. Rabari, very incorrect answer, Rabari. Admin sir, can you please unmute Himanshu Kumar? Yes, Himanshu, tell me. Linga, I'm not sure your answer is correct or incorrect. Do post it privately. Very good. So guys, when talking about the standard mix, as I discussed, this total actual should be in the ratio of 2:3:5. That is 56,000 should be in the ratio of 2:3:5. So this will be this will be 11,200. This will be 16,800. This will be 28,000. So 56,000 should be in the ratio of 2:3:5, wherein The actual ratio of 56,000 is 9,000, 17,000 and 30,000 into the rate 5, 3 and 2. So this will be 11,000 favorable. This will be 600 adverse. And this will be 4,000 adverse. So this will be 6,400 favorable. So the concept is same what we have discussed till now. No worries, Himanshu, that's okay. Very good, Pooja, Byalal. I hope this part is clear now, Mustafa, and you are better with the concept of mixed variance. Please recheck your calculation, Dia Jain. Please recheck your calculation, Meenu. Very good, everyone. Recheck the calculation, Dia. Very good, Vedant. Very good, Hina. Mustafa, I hope you are thorough with the concepts and now you're feeling better with material mix variance or labor mix variance. So we are done with labor mix variance. Now let's start with the last part. So herein it was material yield. So herein also it is labor yield. If we are calling this as time, then this will be efficiency. If we are calling this variance as efficiency, then we can write it as sub-efficiency also. So we can use either of the three words. So these 5,000 units should be manufactured in how many hours? 50,000 hours. But we actually consumed how many hours? 56,000 hours. Into my weighted average rate, that is 1,45,000 divided by 50,000. So this will be 17,400 adverse. I'm not getting what you're asking, Aditi. Yes, well said. Mistakes here in class will not be repeated in exams. So thank you so much, Mustafa. And I appreciate your efforts. Very good, Mustafa. So now we can easily frame the formulas of labor also, just like material. So in material, it was standard quantity into standard price minus actual quantity into actual price. So labor, it is standard hours into standard rate minus actual hours into actual rate. In material price variance, it was standard price minus actual price into actual quantity. So herein it is standard rate minus actual rate into actual hours. Herein it was standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard price. So in labor, it is standard hours minus actual hours into standard rate. Labor mix also is standard mix minus actual hour into standard rate. And yield, again it is same. Standard hours minus standard mix into standard rate. So no change between material and labor. In material, it was quantity and price, and in labor, it is hours and rate. Rest, everything is same. So I request you guys to copy the solution first. In the meanwhile, those who have any doubts or queries can post your queries. The basis of comparison is output. So herein, this budgeted data is given for 1 unit and actual data is given for 5,000 units. That's why we are required to prepare revised standard, Aditi. I request you guys to copy the solution. Yes, Namrata. If the output is not given, we will assume that it is same, Namrata. Aditi, can you please put your point in detail? See, 56,000 is my actual hours. जो actual hours है वो क्या रेशियो में होना चाहिए था आदिल? क्या रेशियो में होना चाहिए था? It should be the ratio of actual hours, that is 11,200, 16,800 and 28,000. So ये जो वर्कर्स काम कर रहे हैं ये किस रेशियो में काम करने चाहिए थे? 11,200, 16,800 and 28,000. But they actually worked in what ratio? This is the actual ratio. So anyone else with any doubts or queries? So the key in material and labor variance is this master chart. So follow the format uniformly for all the questions that are there in the study material. Again, these 5,000 units required how much hours? This work of 5,000 units should be completed in 56,000 hours in aggregate. ये जो 5,000 यूनिट्स बनाए हैं हमने ये कितने घंटे में बन जाने चाहिए थे? 56,000 hours. But actually we took how many? Sorry, the work was supposed to be completed in 50,000 hours. These 5,000 units should be manufactured in 50,000 hours, but we actually consumed 56,000 hours. So 6,000 hours is what? My inefficiency. Adil. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? So the key in material and labor variance is the master chart. Once the master chart is ready, you can solve any questions of material and labor variances. So a homework from my side, try to solve all the questions of study material, be it practical questions, be it illustration of material and labor variances. And whatever the queries you have, do post it in the next session. So depending upon the queries, I'll be discussing few more questions on material and labor variances. So I'm done with the concept of material and labor variance. One more concept. Yes, Mustafa, follow this concept and try to solve the question step by step. Now, one more concept is left in labor variance. So I'll be addressing this, I'll be discussing this concept in the coming session. Try to prepare your own solution. This is basically inefficiency, my dear. Arun, this is inefficiency. Generally, we call it as inefficiency. That's what I'm saying now, that hours worked and paid, I'll be discussing in the coming session, Rabari. Only one concept is left, that is the idle hours. So don't worry, I'll be discussing it in the next session. Yes, adverse is inefficiency. Admin sir, can you please unmute Pooja?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Pooja. Tell me.
Sir, I want to ask about if we have given actual, suppose we have given budgeted data of 100 output, and we also have given actual data of 100 output.
Okay.
uh, and actual output is 50,000 unit.
नो 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 नो, आप कहना ये चाहते हैं कि बजटेड डेटा 100 यूनिट का है और एक्चुअल डेटा 50,000 यूनिट्स का है, राइट?
No, sir. Data is given 100 unit, but actual output is 50,000 unit.
नहीं नहीं, मैं
And
समझ नहीं पा रहा हूँ पूजा, आप इनपुट और आउटपुट में कंफ्यूज हो रहे हैं. आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं कि आउटपुट इज गिवन, बजटेड आउटपुट कितना है?
sir, budgeted output is given 100 for 100 unit.
Okay, and actual data is given for how many units?
Actual data means
Actual output is given how many units?
50,000 unit. But
Okay, so budgeted data is, listen, Pooja, budgeted output is 100 units, actual output is 50,000 units. This is what you want to say, right?
right, sir. But sir,
Okay.
जो actual data दिया हुआ है इनपुट का, वो भी 100 यूनिट का ही दिया हुआ है.
Actual data 100 का क्यों दिया हुआ होगा?
सर क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ था एमटीपी में, तो मैं वही आपसे पूछना चाह रही थी कि उसके अंदर एक्चुअल डेटा भी 100 का दिया हुआ था, बजटेड डेटा भी 100 का दिया हुआ था, देन उसमें लिखा हुआ था कि 50,000 यूनिट प्रोड्यूस करनी है, मतलब एक्चुअल प्रोडक्शन जो है वो
कुछ ना कुछ
50,000
आप गड़बड़
यूनिट
कर रहे हैं क्वेश्चन रीड करने में. पूजा, रीड द क्वेश्चन केयरफुली, एल्स आप मुझे मेल कीजिए, मैं नेक्स्ट कमिंग सेशन से पहले आपका क्वेरी ले लूंगा. मेल मी द क्वेश्चन ऑन cma-inter@icai.in. आपके शायद क्वेश्चन पढ़ने में कुछ गलत हो रहा है. ओके
सर, एक्चुअली आंसर मेरा निकल गया है, मुझे उसमें सिर्फ एक ही डाउट था, मैंने उसको कैसे निकाला कि जो 100 का
स्क्रीन शेयर
इनपुट.
कीजिए. आपके पास अभी क्वेश्चन है, सॉफ्ट कॉपी है आपके पास?
यस सर, मैं अभी बता रही हूँ.
स्क्रीन शेयर कीजिए. एडमिन सर, कुलदीप, ट्राई इनको ये स्क्रीन शेयरिंग का एक्सेस आप दे सकते हैं क्या पूजा को? और कुलदीप, try to solve this question, else I'll be discussing this in the next coming session. कोई नहीं, आराम से, don't worry. Try to solve this question, Kuldeep, on your own. If not, then I'll be discussing this in the coming session. Don't worry, Kuldeep. Yes, Pooja?
एक सेकंड सर.
कोई नहीं. लेके आइए question. Be ready with it. So I'll be discussing your query. Don't worry. Take your time and read the question carefully. Rest all a homework from my side. Try to solve all the questions of study material relating to material and labor variances, and whatever the doubts you have in the questions, you can put up in the next session. I'll be addressing all your queries. Variety of questions are available in the material, so make sure try to solve all the questions. So thank you so much for your time and patience and for active participation in the session. I appreciate your efforts. I appreciate that many students tried solving the question, be it right, be it wrong. I mean, you guys tried. I'm very happy for it. So thank you so much. Make sure you're done with your homework. In the coming session, we'll be discussing variety of questions. In fact, I'll be addressing all your queries related to the questions that are there in the study material. Till then, thank you so much. Take care, guys. God bless you. Admin sir, I'm done. Yes.